Welcome to this year's ARM Children's Day special. My name is Muriwe Oredota.
And my name is Fikayomi Ariel. And together we're saying Happy Children's Day to everyone watching us.
This show is to mark the Children's Day celebration in Nigeria. As you all know, children are the future and leaders of tomorrow. And at ARM, our slogan is Invested in Your Tomorrow. This shows that ARM is a company that really cares about your tomorrow.
We're not alone. There are two adults here with us today. But before we introduce them, let us quickly go for a commercial break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back.
Occupy, what's your job?
I help people grow all kinds of things. I help people keep and grow their money, so later they come back when it's bigger for themselves.
Occupy, you're a magician!
Just like a pilot, I help people move from where they are to where they want to be.
Thank you, Occupy.
ARN, invested in your tomorrow.
Welcome back, everyone. Without further ado, let's introduce our guests. Today we have Mr. Yosai Diabonya from ARM Trustees.
And we also have Miss Ona Bagi from ARM Investment Managers.
Good to have you on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Let's start with you, Miss Ona. What was it like to be a child?
Well, that's a good question. So it was actually fun to be a child. We went to school, we had recess, we played in the sand. But the only thing I didn't like actually was homework. I hated to do homework.
Yeah.
We had homework every single day.
I hate homework too.
I also hate homework.
Really. But it's actually important to do homework.
Sadly.
I haven't even done my homework yet.
Okay. My question is to Mr. Iyusa.
Okay.
As a child, what did you want to be? And what are you now?
Oh, well, as a child, I wanted to do many things at different points. I remember, first of all, I wanted to be a lawyer. And then after a while, I changed my mind and I wanted to be a doctor. At some point, I wanted to be a teacher. And then eventually, I just had different roles, and then eventually, I got into being, at least top secondary school, I got into being in the business and administration class. Eventually, right now, I'm a trust advisor. That's what I'm doing now.
Miss Ona, if you were to go back being a child, what would you want to do again?
Okay, so that's a good question. I would like to do my 10th birthday all over again. So I can tell you the story. I had a surprise party actually. It was my first surprise party ever, organized by my best friends without even my knowledge, right? And it was a pool party. They organized it for me, bought a cake. It was just interesting. We had so much fun.
Amazing.
I would love to go to my 10th birthday party, but it wasn't a
My
surprise party.
11th birthday, can you also do a pool party for me?
Well, we have to ask your mom first.
My question is to Mr. Iyusa.
Right.
What are those experiences you wish you had as a child?
Okay. Those experiences I wish I had as a child. I wish that I went out more as a child. I had a father who was a principal, my mom was a nurse, and we're always indoors. You're either doing your homework or doing house chores. We really never went out, like children have nowadays. I wish we went out more, visited parks, went out to restaurants and all that. It didn't happen for us like that. I wish I had that really as a child.
I'm so sorry, that sounds sad.
Well, not so sad. I mean, it was good at the time. It felt okay. But right now, I think I had more opportunities.
Miss Ona,
Yes.
what was the name of your best friend when you were a child?
Okay, that's an easy one. The name of my best friend while I was a child, her name was Toby, or is Toby actually. We met in primary 3 and we just clicked as friends. Very, very good friends.
Okay. Are you still friends with Toby?
Yes. We're both adults now, adulting this world. But yes, we're still friends.
Okay.
Okay. My question is for Mr. Yosa. What was your favorite storybook when you were a child?
Favorite storybook? I would go with Little Red Riding Hood. We learned primarily how not to talk to strangers. I think that's one of the first lessons that we picked as young children. Don't talk to strangers. Yeah. So Little Red Riding Hood.
Miss Honor, what was the name of your favorite teacher when you were in primary school?
Okay, so my favorite teacher, her name is Mrs. Ogedengbe. So she was my primary 4 teacher. She was just extremely nice to me. When I cried, she would, comfort me and taught me a lot of things, life lessons that I still use till today.
Do you still know her?
I haven't actually seen her for a while. I don't know where she is. I wish to know where she is actually, but I haven't spoken to her.
Okay. Over to you, Moriri.
So, Mr. Yosa,
Yes.
were you ever taught about money, savings, or investments?
Well, not directly, really. I know that all our parents did was keep our monies for us. So, as children, when you got gifted monies by your aunties or uncles, they'll just take it from you and tell you that they're saving it for you. So I wasn't directly taught about savings or investment. Yes. I wish that really my parents taught me quite early what it meant or how to develop the habit of saving and also investing. It would have done me a lot of good even up to now as an adult as I am now.
Saving sounds fun. Do you know I have actually saved up to millions?
Oh, you do?
Yes.
Impressive.
Wow, Fikaya, that's actually impressive to have saved millions. But do you know that saving is good, but investing is way better? Because with savings, you just save your money, right? But investing, you get money little by little. We actually have this product called the ARM Money Market Fund. And if you put in money little by little, you begin to get interest on a daily basis until your money just grows, beyond what you can think of.
Sounds fun.
Okay, I'll try to do that.
You will? Fantastic.
Miss Honor, what was your favorite subject as a child?
My favorite subject, so that would be math actually. I really, really liked the concept of 1 + 1 = 2. It was always 2, not English is, was.
Yes.
Math was straightforward for me. So that's why I really, really liked math, and it pays off, So I'm an investment banker today, so that's good. What's your favorite subject?
Science.
Really?
Impressive.
What do you like about science?
I like the solar system. I also like chemistry.
Fantastic.
I like mixing up.
Really? Wow.
Mr. Yosa,
Yes, Mariri.
tell us about a childhood memory you'd like to relive.
All right. It was actually my first trip outside of where we were born and where we grew up in Benin. It was our first trip, and we're going for my cousin's wedding. It was to Delta State, Warri. It was the first time I was on a journey that long, and I think it was the first time I was in an elevator as well. I remember that at some point on the journey we stopped by to buy these edible worms. They call it edible worms. Have you had that before?
Ew.
Sounds disgusting.
Really
Worms or
nice.
gummy worms.
No edible worms.
It sounds disgusting.
Actually, it's very nice. Tastes really good. It was the first time I was having that. And then, like I said, it was also my first time in an elevator. I remember that when I entered the elevator the first time, my eyes just turned a bit. I became a bit nauseous, but it was quite good. It was a good childhood memory, and I enjoyed it. I still remember it, and it feels good till date.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Miss Honor, what was your favorite movie character, song, musician as a child?
Okay, so I actually like the musical. I don't know if you guys know it. It was called Annie.
Oh.
So they've actually done a remake, I think in 2019. But then there was the original done. Do you know Annie?
Yes, I've watched it like 6 times,
Really?
but it was the remake.
Oh, the remake. You should watch the original. It was really good. I know all the songs, and I still sing. So I don't want to embarrass myself. But, it was one of my favorite things, to watch as a child. Annie.
Don't worry, sing.
You can sing.
Tomorrow.
Okay,
I love ya. Tomorrow there'll always be a day.
Way. Good job. Yeah, that was good. That was good.
Mr. Ayosa,
Yes.
have you ever been sent back home from school because of school fees?
Yes. I have.
Tell us.
I'll tell you the story.
Tell us.
So, my primary school, there was an arrangement where if children don't pay their fees, they are driven out of the classrooms. So for that day or, however long, they will not learn with the other students, and then they will have to stay under a tree.
A tree.
Yes, a tree in the school compound until their parents pay or there's an arrangement to pay. And I think that for that particular section or term, that particular term, yes, my dad hadn't paid. Maybe we forgot to tell him or something. So we're driven out. And then I had to stay under a tree, and waited until he came to pay. For me, it wasn't very funny. I tell you the truth. It wasn't funny at all. And I wish that it didn't happen. Now as an adult and as a trust advisor, I know that if my dad had an education trust plan for us, then it wouldn't have happened, because an education trust helps, the trustee to make school fees payment for the beneficiaries directly to the school without the direct involvement of their parents. That's one of the features of an education trust plan. So if my dad had an education trust set up for us or for my siblings and I, then that situation wouldn't have happened.
Education trust. That sounds interesting.
Yes, it is very interesting.
And it sounds good to have, isn't it, Moriri? We should tell our parents to get one for us.
You should.
Miss Anna, what about you? Did you ever get sit under a tree?
Well, nothing ludicrous like that. No, I didn't sit under a tree. However, I think my parents always had that sorted out, thank God. But I do remember a case of one of my friends who lost her parents, actually. A really, really sad story. And we all thought that she would stop coming to our school because, she couldn't pay her fees. But we just noticed that she kept coming to school. And if I were to think about it now, I think her parents must have had a plan, something set aside to ensure that she kept coming to school. And if I were to look at it now as an adult, I would say her parents had a financial plan. And, what that is that your parents set aside funds. You look at your parents, what they bring in, maybe their salaries, whatever it is their income is, and then we are able to set aside, certain expenses that we might see come up in the future. And I think that that's what saved my friend and what made her to keep coming to our school back then. So I think her parents had a financial plan.
If I'm gonna add to what Ms. Anna said, remember she talked about a financial plan and also an education trust. What they help to bridge is that transition. There's no break. Like her former classmates or her childhood friend, even though something happened to her parents, there was no break in the education. Life had to continue. So the financial plan and the education trust, helps to ensure that there's a smooth transition regardless of the eventuality. Yes.
Life is a journey, they say. And the best journeys are never traveled alone. Whether it's starting that financial journey and needing stability, or needing the right direction for sound investments. At ARM, we are there for you through every phase of your life, even making the transfer of your wealth and assets totally seamless. And when you're ready to explore life after work, ARM doesn't just show you the way, we are right there with you. And if you're looking for an investment that doesn't just change your life, but touches the lives of many, then join us in building the community of the future.
Come! Let's face tomorrow together!
ARM, invested in your tomorrow.
It's been an interesting time. I know you can say that too because you've learned one or two things. Vikaya, don't you think so?
Yes, I do. So, parents, you can see why it is important to plan the future for your children.
I know, right? We thank our guests for coming. And to our viewers, thanks for watching. Until next time.
Bye!